bless you, global Christian friends. Greetings again, and preachers, pastors, bishops, rabbis, everybody out there across the world should pay attention to what's coming out from this direction, because you can read it out of your own King James Bible, those that do have, and many a time we will dip into the Torah, to bring forth the truth that the Lord would have you understand about his goodness. Jesus made it clear, the works that thou gavest me to do, that the world may know that thou hast sent me, I've finished them. Think about that statement. How many of us can tell God it's finished? Or be prepared to tell God it's finished. But beyond that, to tell him, I finished that which thou gavest me to do. How can you know what God gave you to do if you don't know God? Cannot be done. You have to know God in order to know what God gave you to do, what God sent you to do, what God ordained you to do, what God foreordained you to do. Are you up to doing it? You can hear and do not, or you can hear, obey, and do. Chapter 20, verse 24, chapter 17, John's Gospel, last night on earth. Father, Abba, again, I will that they also, which thou hast given me, remember that they were thine, be with me where I am. Remember what he said? I go prepare a place for you. Where I go, I will come again, so that where I am, there you may be also. So that where I am, that they may behold my glory. Well, what is his glory? You'll find that in the first chapter, 1 and 14, because there 14, it says that the Word was made flesh and dwelt among us, and we beheld his glory, the glory as of the only begotten of the Father, Abba, full of grace and truth. So the glory of Jesus is full of grace and truth. I just got to go further to say in that next verse that he had made it clear that the law was given by Moses, but grace and truth, verse 17, John 1:17. The law was given by Moses, but grace and truth came by Jesus Christ. John 1:17. So he said here, that they may behold my glory in verse 24, which thou hast given me. Watch this now. For thou lovest me before the foundation of the world. There's a difference between before the world and before the foundation of the world. Keep that clearly in mind. there's a vast difference, a whole world of difference between before the world was and before the foundation of the world was. Now think about that statement very clearly and very deeply, and that's the glory that he wants them to have. Jesus is just pouring out so much here, the Son of Man, in his last night here on earth. Let me just say this, that to write the name of God's face in Hebrew requires 3 Hebrew letters. I won't get into that tonight, but I will at some other time if you pay attention to see the great wisdoms of God coming from this side of your screen there where you are on the globe. Here again in verse 25, he said, O righteous Father, Zarahaba, righteous Father, the world hath not known thee. Didn't know him either, the Bible said. But I have known thee, and these have known that thou hast sent me. You better have that knowledge. That's the knowledge you better have under this sky, under this heaven, on this planet Earth, this mobile, moving, magnetic tonnage. Verse 26, and I have declared unto them thy name. Ye have declared unto them the word, and now he has declared unto them thy name, and will declare it, so that the love wherewith thou hast loved me, I've done this, so that it may be where? In them, and what else? And I in them. Now, that concludes the 17th chapter of this farewell prayer of 623 words to the Father in this prayer after the 2,119 words to those of the apostles. And Jesus poured his heart out to both them and to the Father, giving reference to the Father to at least 5 places. Verse 1, verse 11, verse 24, and verse 25. And we want to say, God bless you, global Christian friends. Listen to what the Lord is saying by what you read. Till the next time, we love you. Amen.